Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I already made a video on this, but it's in Spanish, so we're making today a small or short Me Gunner tutorial, but in English. So hopefully my accent is okay and you can understand me pretty well. But yeah, basically this video is for those who already know how to use Gunner or people that actually want to start picking him up. For whatever reason, if for either tournament play or just fun play. I'll teach you in a couple minutes how to basically play at Gunner. So the first thing to know is that in order to play Gunner, you need to know what not to do. So the first thing that a lot of people do who start playing Gunner is that they start spamming projectiles. Now this is a good strategy at low level play. So if you play against people that don't have enough experience or even good players at your locals that basically don't know how to deal with projectiles, then you already, you pretty much have everything in the bank. Like you already have the game won, because literally there is nothing that your opponent can do if they don't know how to deal against projectiles, because Gunner is one of the characters in the cast that is really good at spamming projectiles. You could do down B, you could do side B, you could do neutral B, you could do homing attack, you could also do normal attacks, etc, etc. Alright, so as we go on, I'll start explaining what to do. And the first thing that you should do, right, is that whenever you do a missile, instead of just spamming it and just holding your ground, which is not a bad strategy, right? But what you normally would like to do, what I recommend you do, is that whenever you do side B, in this case, right, this is the side that I'm using, if you do a homing missiles are the ones that follow the opponent. So if you do homing missiles, not only, it's better because it'll follow your opponent. So if they jump, it'll follow the jump animation, and it'll basically follow your opponent. What I recommend is you follow the homing missile and just scout to see what your opponent does. So if you do homing missile and your opponent shields, you can grab. If you homing missile and they jump, then you can nair. If you homing missile and connect, then you can connect into another hit. So basically, homing missile is really good because it'll allow you to scout, similar to Mario's Fireball or Pikachu's Thunder Jolt. Very, very similar. Also, you can also do just regular missile, which is very, very strong, and that'll start causing a couple things on your opponent. So it'll start conditioning your opponent either to jump, to shield, or just depending on the character, it'll start doing things like reflector or stuff. But the most important thing to know is that most characters, most opponents, they'll start jumping. So what you do is that whenever they start jumping, you'll start catching that jump with nair. So you can do missile into nair, you can do missile into down B to cover the ledge, and then just punch that. You could do missile into fair, right, to cover that jump. So you have a couple of things to cover the jump with. You could either do missile into backer to see if they jump, see, like that. You could also do missile into fair, like I did right there. And you could also do missile into nair, which is the one that I mostly it's the one that is most common to do, right? This is the one that I would recommend, because it lasts a long time, and it also puts your opponent at a good positioning for you. So a bad position for them, so a disadvantage for them, good position for you. And then you could do either, you can either spam projectiles to get your opponent, or you could also watch to see what they're gonna do, and then punish that, just like that. So that's the one thing, that's the main thing that you will do with Gunner. Other things you could do, example, you just do charge shot, and just by charging your charge shot, right, your Samus blast or whatever, you can bait your opponent into shielding a lot. So they will either jump or shield, and then you can either depending on what they do, you can cancel your charge shot into a grab, or you can cancel into fair, or you can cancel into nair, or you can cancel into jump, etc. So you have many options to do. You could also just, you know, start spamming a little bit of fair. Fair is really good. It's very, very safe. And with fair, a new ability comes up, which is gun dashing. And this is gun dashing. Gun dashing is the ability to control your momentum, right? To do a sort of aerial dash in the air that pushes you back as you throw fair. And this will allow you to move, I guess, faster inside the stage and even outside the stage. So you can mix that with reverse neutral B into fair. It's also really good for you know, for getting into stage. Like for example, in this set, I have cannon kick. So this is really good because it's a really good option out of shield. It's a good tool to finish stocks and even do other stuff like spike or even catch your opponent off guard whenever they touch your shield as an out of shield option. So it's pretty good. So gun dashing is really, really amazing because it allows you to get really close to the stage and then use jumping and then use your RPs. So it's really good because it's another tool for you to, you know, get closer to the stage. So that's why we use gun dashing. And in neutral, it's also really good to, you know, basically do a move where if it hits, great, and if it doesn't, basically you're good as well because there's no fallback into missing it. So either you hit and it's great, or you miss and you're still in a good position. So yeah, so fair is really good. Like I said, you could also use back airs. Like space back airs are also really good. They have really good hitbox. They kill your opponent. You can like one at lower percentages. You can go for grabs. You could also go for stuff like, for example, like you could like connect the back air at low percentages, and then if they don't attack, it also leads into shard shots, which is really cool. So yeah, one thing you should not do whenever you're doing shard shot in neutral is to shield. You can cancel it with shield or you can cancel it with jump, but if you want to cancel it with shield to then attack your opponent, right? This is pretty bad because your opponent will know that you're going to run towards them. So what you do need to do is to tap the shield button so that your shield animation doesn't come out. And if that happens, you have more of an opportunity to then punish your opponent. Okay, and the way to do that is just to just press your shield very fast, very lightly. Okay, so it'll look like this. Put my opponent's stuff. Okay, so it'll look like this. Okay, so very quick, very fast. Okay, now you know you're doing it wrong if you see the shield. See how you can see the shield? If you're watching your shield come out, then you're doing it wrong. Okay, now that being said, that doesn't mean you never want to use shield, because sometimes you want to just use shield to see if they touch see they go near your shield, and then you could do an out of shield option like that. Okay, or you could just do near out of shield, etc., etc. Okay, so that's basically your neutral game. There's other stuff important in your neutral, like we're talking about your edge guard. Is a couple things you could do. So even with brawler, like even if we're talking about brawler, if we're talking about sword fighter, we're going to be covering roll. Okay, so you don't want your opponent to roll, because if your opponent rolls, then let's say you're right here, right? Your opponent rolls. If your opponent rolls, right, and you let them roll, all this is now theirs. Okay, and all this is you, which is bad, right? Because if they hit me right here, if I am able to roll and they allow me to roll and I get hit right here, then I'm gonna be sent around this area. So I'm still gonna be in, you know, winning neutral, because I'm gonna be right here winning center of stage. But if I hit my opponent, they're gonna be either at the ledge, or worse, they're gonna be off stage in a bad position. Okay, so that's why it's important to whatever happens, you don't really want to allow your opponent to roll. So you want to cover roll, and then you want to be in the lookout for jumping. Because if they jump, you can cover jump. You can pretty much be at the lookout and react to them jumping. So what's going to happen is throughout the game, they're going to start to do regular get up. So that's when you do, you could do your down B grenade, right? You want to do it so that it doesn't fall off the stage right there, okay? And this will cover regular get up or jump. So what your opponent will start to do is either to wait a long time, or what they'll do is they'll roll. And if they roll, you can use up smash, okay? You could also mix that up with side B. Okay, so you could also mix that up with side B and charge shot. Alright, so those are your neutral tools. Now let's go into what are your kill moves? Like, what are you looking to do once you have your opponent at high level, at a high percentage? So once your opponent is about 85 or 90 or whatever, what you want to do is a couple things. You could do up throw into up airs, which are really good. Most stuff will start killing around 100. Okay, so they can DI that. That's not true, but you can do a lot of waiting games. So you can just like wait to see what they do, and if they jump the wrong way or if they DI the wrong way, then you can follow them, right? And then do an up air and kill them. So up air is your first kill move. Your second kill move is backer. So you wanna, if you do backer off stage or near the ledge, that's definitely a kill. Okay, so near the ledge, or even if it's in the middle of the stage and they have high percentages, you will get a kill. Okay, at higher percentages like 120, 130, you can get out of up tilt. So up tilt will also kill around, depending on the weight, right? You'll get one. If you aren't able to kill your opponent for whatever reason, up tilt will always kill. It also hits below the ledge. And I think it kills around, again, it depends on the weight, but around 150, 130, 135, depending on the character, it'll kill. So it's another option. It's also really good because it comes out really fast. So that's something to be on the lookout. Everything else will kill. Your neutral B, high percentages will kill. So your charge shot will kill. Your side B will also kill at high percentages, especially if you get a hit off stage. If you get a hit off stage or in the ledge, it'll definitely kill. So side B will also kill. You could also, like I said, let's see. You could also do homing attack into up smash. So whenever if you have hindered the shield a little bit, then you can do homing missile and then out smash, out of shield, not out of shield, out of their shield, because so homing missile will hit, and off smash has enough hitbox that if your opponent isn't using their shield properly, then it'll hit them and it'll kill them at around 120, 125. Okay, so off smash is also a really good option. Well, also what you could do is at lower percentages, you could just use near to gain people and then mix it up with back here. So it's really good off stage. Depending on the set you're using, you could use this B, which I think is called Arm Rocket or something like that. And that's really good out of shield. So if they put pressure on your shield, then you can kill them out of shield. It's pretty good. It also spikes. So if they're coming from below, let's see if we can get Piranha Plant from below. So if they're coming from below, let's go again. If they're coming from below, you can spike them. So it's pretty good. A lot of people don't know that because, again, who the heck uses this character? But it's really good. It also has a big hitbox. So if they have one of those up Bs that creates a hitbox of their own, then they can definitely you can definitely spike them at lower percentages. It's really good, but again, be careful when using it. And yeah, that's pretty much there's a lot more things to talk about the gunner. But this is the main thing. Like, these are the main things to know to get you started. I'm gonna do probably more videos as the time goes on. I want us first to do these small little videos and 15-minute videos to see what the reaction of everyone is, to see if they helped or not, to see what else they want to see on my future videos and my future tutorials. So if you want me to talk about the different B moves, or if you want me to talk about the different knee sets, I can definitely do that. Just leave a like, let me know in the comments. If you have good feedback, bad feedback, everything's welcome. Okay, so I'll see you guys later.